Where did you serve in the military after you?
I was drafted after this orchard instance. I thought to myself, well, with the little bit of cash that I've got in my pocket, I'm going to go out and see the world. So I relocated to Chicago, and there was an organization out in Chicago there that assisted people who were resettling, and through their help, I was able to make that move, and they put me up for a couple of weeks until I got my bearings, and after I got a job, and I got a job in a liquor warehouse. I mean liquor, the real stuff. Old Forester, I think it was their top of the line, but they had everything else. You name it, they had it. And then I got in touch with a couple of buddies that one of which I knew from the orchard, and they had an apartment, and I imposed and talked my way into bugging up with them, and that worked out fine, at least from my point of view. After a few months in Chicago, and now it was summer and getting warm, I got my draft notice that I was to report for a pre-induction physical at some place in Chicago. I think it was right in the Loop someplace. But apparently I passed, and they were joking about it. And they said, some guy made a comment there that the Navy was looking for good little guys like me, and submarine service or something. And I took him up on it. I said, okay, I'll volunteer for the Navy, knowing that the Army was hot after me anyhow. But that didn't work. The Navy guy shook his head. No. So I ended up one step ahead of the draft board. I moved back to camp in Idaho, and I did my duty, and I notified the local draft board that I was back. And after that, there was a delay of at least 3 months, seems to me. I had all summer long to kill, And from that point, I was called up by the local draft board, Jerome, Idaho, or some such, and to report. So, and inducted into the Army. It was, by that time, late summer. Went through Fort Douglas, Utah, and then a long train ride down to, we did not know where we were headed for, but we finally ended up in Camp Blanding, Florida. And I took my basic training through the whole thing, and I was just thinking about that basic training bit after hearing about this fellow just recently being chomped on by a alligator. Camp Blanding was a little bit out of the alligator area, I think, or at least I hope that's what it was, because we went swimming down in that lake every now and then, and we didn't see any alligators. Of course, what we didn't know, we didn't see. But we knew after the whole training cycle was finished, they gave us one day, one Sunday, at a place called Silver Springs in Florida, and it was a little bit of a resort town as compared to camp towns just outside of the Army camp. And they had glass bottom boats, and you could see right down into the water. And the place, Silver Springs, I think it was called. The water was perfectly clear. You can see from the glass all the way down to the vegetation growing down at the bottom of the pool, whatever it was. But along the river shore were alligators. I mean, and this was 50 miles away from camp. So if they had alligators that close, they might have had alligators in the lake we were swimming in. We didn't know. Nobody told us. That's it.